What are the challenges actually in bringing the dirham and the dinar into the current world right now? Are there any challenges you feel?
This region of the world, Southeast Asia, must be commended because it was a political leader in Southeast Asia who has so far made the most powerful critique of the existing monetary system. That's Dr. Muhammad Mahathir. Before him, the most powerful critique of all to have come from a government came from President Charles de Gaulle of France. And that was in 1971. And Dr. Mahathir was in 2000 and maybe 2004 or 5, somewhere around there. Yeah. He argued that the present monetary system was unjust, and he was absolutely correct. He argued that the return to gold and silver as money would remove the injustice. The government of Malaysia organized international conferences on gold dinar. And he actually entered into elaborate monetary analysis to support his views, because he had 20 years of experience as a prime minister. And then someone informed him of something he was not aware of. And that is that the International Monetary Fund has a document known as the Articles of Agreement, which is the Constitution. And the Articles of Agreement of the International Monetary Fund prohibit the use of gold as money. That is not only regrettable and lamentable, it is something mysterious. Mysterious. Why would you prevent us? Why would you prevent mankind? Argentina wants to return to gold and silver to solve inflation. Why would international law prevent the use of gold and silver as money? It's mysterious. I think it's because those who gave us this monetary system, this unjust monetary system, and who themselves are the authors of the International Monetary Fund, wanted to perpetuate a system of injustice. And that's why they put into the Articles of Agreement this prohibition of the use of gold as money. But when Argentina was facing runaway inflation, Argentina didn't bother about the IMF. The Argentinians simply brought in the gold into the economy and solved the problem. And the IMF could do nothing about it. And so that is an obstacle today, preventing us from the use of gold and silver as money, international law. But it is unjust. And the highest law of all is the moral law. We do not recognize any law higher than the moral law. So whatever law is enacted by any government or by any international organization that is in conflict with the moral law, we should have the right to disregard it and to stay with the moral law. And I think that provided that we are able to successfully convey this information to our peoples around the world, with not only Muslims, not only Muslims, that an effort will be made to try to return to gold and silver money. Zimbabwe, runaway inflation. And when governments print the paper, and the paper is constantly losing in value, who is becoming poorer? Not the government, not the elite who support the government. They get richer, in fact. The people become poorer. The people of Zimbabwe becoming poorer, not the government. So if we can reach out this message to mankind and get them to understand the injustice of the present monetary system and the imperative of returning to a just monetary system, I think many countries would be prepared to defy that unjust law in the IMF. I was invited to Brunei to address the International Islamic Conference organized by the Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin Center for Islamic Studies of the University of Brunei. And the topic on which I spoke was Islam and the future of money. And I not only addressed the conference on that subject, but I have spoken elsewhere, like, was it yesterday at the University of Brunei? And there was a packed auditorium. With hardly any empty seats. And I spoke on Islam and the future of money, the golden hour. And we handed out a questionnaire that all participants will write their views on the content of my lecture. And the result that we got was that there's no one who attended that lecture who expressed any differing opinion. No. There were lots of inquiries for more information. And some of them were, could you kindly deliver the lecture in Bahasa? But the response that we got was positive. I spoke at a high school. What was the name of the school?
Of science.
Oh, okay.
To sixth form students, the best of the country. And I addressed other gatherings on this subject during the 9-10 days that I've been here. And there was not a single instance during my stay of anyone challenging my views on the subject of money, which is a positive development. Yeah. So yes, there are some obstacles, but I don't think they are insurmountable.
Okay.